Hello guys, I hope you're all doing okay. So I said I wouldn't do another video on Katie Price and Peter Andre, but I was just channeled this very strongly. And what I got was these two people are twin souls. This is a twin flame relationship. Now, twin flame relationships never ever come easy. They're very difficult relationships, but I kept getting twin souls. Now, when twin souls get together, they are meant to come together. It's fated. And what happens is these people have to come together. It's like a catalyst for change. So it's like these two people needed to change in life, and they will be brought together to be their biggest teachers. And what happens is they will trigger each other in life to go into their healing. What happened with these two people, this is what I believe, is she met this person. This was a deep soul connection. This is why these two can't let go. They keep attacking. That's what twin souls do. They trigger each other into their healing. And what's happened here is one person, which I believe is Katie Price, is willing now to move forward and change, because she's learned so much in this connection, and she's had to go through quite a lot of heartbreak to get to this place. But if you look at her post, Saints and Sinners, it was so prominent to what's happening. You can see this woman has a great awareness of her behavior and how much she's learned through things that she's done, the way she's behaved. But the one thing I noticed is when he did his post, she didn't react the same. She changed her tactics because she's grown, and she's now realizing is, if I want to move forward, I've got to react differently, and I've got to do something different to get a better outcome. These two people were supposed to learn in life. They were supposed to grow in this life. Now, when two twin flames come together, and another two twin flames that I picked up was JFK and Marilyn Monroe were two twin flames. They are catalysts for change. Sadly, they didn't get together in this life, but they did come together for a reason. And both of them left this world because I do believe they were taken out, because twin flames and twin souls are massive catalysts for change, and they bring a high frequency. So if they get together and they're both healed, they can amplify the frequency in this world, and they can do great things. They can build empires. And that's why you will get karmics and people that come in and interfere in connections. So if you look at Katie Price and Peter Andre, a lot of outside interference came in, a lot of people meddled, a lot of people destructed this connection, because if they were healed and they did the healing, they would have been very successful in this relationship. But sadly, it didn't work. And that's because both of them were unhealed. But what's happening now with Katie Price, she's done a lot of healing. And when she did the Saints and Sinners post, I seen it straight away. That woman is growing, and she's learning from her mistakes. She's taking accountability and responsibility for her behaviors. He's not. So what's going to happen is, I've seen this for a while with him. I see a massive downfall. And that's because he's not learning. He's not growing. He's not taking responsibility. It's blame. It's your fault. When you've got two people like that, one wants to heal, the other one doesn't, you're going to have a very unbalanced frequency, and it becomes toxic. And so what's happened there is he's going to go through his healing, but he's going to have a loss. He's going to have a loss around him. That's what I pick up very greatly. There's a loss coming in for him, but that's going to be the catalyst for him to change. So he's going to lose something around him, and that's going to bring him to his knees, and then he's going to go into his healing. Whereas she is at a different level. She's going to rise, and she's going to do it because she's going to outgrow this situation. Listen, when people keep doing the same tactics, keep poking the bear, if you keep reacting, you're going to get the same outcome. If you want to change, you have to change, and you have to react differently, which means you have to go vulnerable, and you have to take accountability for your behaviors, where you went wrong in your life. And she's on that post, you can see she's done a lot of accepting, I didn't always do it right. He's not doing that. He's just attack, attack, attack. She's like, you know what? I've outgrown this. I need to move on. I need to be the bigger person and I need to take accountability. A woman will always rise first because a woman works in the spiritual and man works in the physical, and man's more in his ego. So what's going to happen? She's going to be the example. Because she's not reacting, that's going to mirror it back to him, and he's going to have a look at his behavior, and then he's going to have to make some changes. And this is why it's so important for the collective. This situation with them two has triggered lots of people, because lots of people are going through the same thing with their exes, you know, narcissistic exes, men that keep their children away from mothers or fathers, vice versa, it doesn't matter. Children are massively manipulated by parents, but the children will work it out. They will work it out in the end. The best thing to do as a woman, stay silent. Don't react. Just look at it, take a deep breath. Cause and effect, it's the Buddhist thing. You know, you cause pain, it will come back on you. But you are the mirror. The woman is the mirror. If you stay silent, you reflect it back. The man has to have a look at it. And this is what's happening with these two. These were twin flames. These were twin soul people. They were meant to meet. It was fated. And it was brought in because they both have to do the work on themselves. And like I said, I don't think there's any healing for him. He doesn't want the healing. He's resisting it. He's in his ego. She wants change. She's going to rise and become very powerful. And she's also got the support of the public. It's coming in because people are now seeing through the bullshit. They're seeing through manipulation because the illusions are lifting and the veil is lifting. And there's a lot of children who are massively manipulated by parents, but the children are going to start waking up as well. And then they're going to start realizing, hang on a minute, you know, what's going on here? It's part of the dark. It's like a part of the dark's agenda to disrespect the divine feminines. It's to bring the divine feminines down. But what's happening, because the women are rising, the veil's lifting and people are seeing through it. And that is a collective thing. So what's happening with these two, it's not just about these two. It's happening in the collective to open your eyes up. Some people come in life as catalysts. Princess Diana, Amy Winehouse, all catalysts for change. These are very powerful women. And Katie Price is a very powerful woman. Even though people don't think that, she's she was brought in this world for a reason. And she's also going to bring a catalyst of change. So whatever happens here, I see her rising. I see her coming out of this as the bigger person. If this guy does not change his ways, if he doesn't work on himself and take accountability, he's going to go through a massive, massive fall. And he's going to have a loss around him, because I see a loss around this man. And this loss is going to be a great loss. And it's going to really throw this man into his healing. And he's got to learn respect for women. And I'm not saying he doesn't respect his wife or his children or whatever, but he's got this disrespect for this woman, and he needs to let it go. Because at the end of the day, this is the mother of your children, and this is a woman that's come into your life to make changes. And these two, I'm not sure if it's going to heal. I don't know, because one wants healing, the other one's resisting it. And this is what happens with twin flames. When one heals and the other one doesn't, it goes massively wrong. But together, if these two work together and they put the swords down, do you know what? It would make massive change. It would heal the wounds with the children. It would heal the family lineage. It would heal the family line. Because Katie Price is a cycle breaker. She's breaking the cycle. She doesn't want to do it anymore. She wants to move forward. And she's the cycle breaker of her family. He needs to be the cycle breaker of his family, but he's resisting it. That's what twin flames do. They break cycles. And that's what I feel these two were. Twin souls, twin flames, meant to meet, doesn't always work out. Sometimes, like I said, what will be will be. But she will meet her great love. She will get her what she wants in the end, as long as she does her healing. And I just say, well done, Katie. That was a brilliant response. Very grown up, emotional intelligence. Take care. Have a great day.